And this next presentation is titled The Digitalization of Energy Efficiency. May I now invite Ms. Sharon Zhou, Energy and Sustainability Sales Director, Asia at KBC Advanced Technology Private Limited, to deliver this presentation. Ms. Zhou, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. When NEA approached me to ask me to talk about digitalization of energy efficiency, I started thinking what value I can bring to the audience today within the next 15 minutes. So my work actually allowed me to observe with different companies how they apply digitalization in improving their energy efficiency. I will be able to, I can observe people who are embracing digitalization technology, as well as people who are still resisting on taking on digitalization technology, and also people who effectively utilize digitalization technology more in their plants rather than people who don't. In today's sharing, I hope to be able to share some of these approaches that some of our clients have adopted to effectively utilize digitalization to improve their energy efficiency. So first up, an introduction of KBC. So KBC is a UK-based company specialized in process improvement and energy efficiency improvement studies, as well as process simulation and real-time optimization software solutions. In 2016, we have been acquired by the leader in the process control technology, Yokogawa, as part of their autonomous operating unit globally. So together we bridge domain expertise, process simulation, as well as process control in the execution layer to bring more benefit to our clients. So in today's paper, I'm going to talk about first some of the challenges we observed in the industry and how digitalization could add value to these challenges. Second, from there I'll elaborate on some of the considerations for effective utilization of digitalization in energy efficiency. Last but not least, I'll give a quick overview of KBC integrated and EMS system. So in a digitalization survey KBC did about a couple of years ago, there were 4 main challenges that's highlighted by our clients. These top challenges includes the organizational visibility of energy management, and how the client is able to meet their energy saving targets, because a lot of the lower hanging fruits have already been captured by the plants. And when they have achieved some level of optimum energy operation, then how can they sustain the improved performance of their plants? Last but not least is how to make sure that they have skillful and capable works resources to continue to bring efficient and effective operation of the plant. So from KBC's experience, our work with our clients has proven that digitalization is indeed able to help improve any one of these or a combination of these challenges to help the plants to improve their energy efficiency. But bear in mind that digitalization is really just a supporting infrastructure. So in order for you to make useful and effective use of digitalization to improve energy efficiency, other enablers have to come into play. So this is KBC's energy management maturity model. I'm not going to talk about a lot of the details on this, but what I wanted to stress is that as our industry is moving more towards the structured level of the energy maturity model, it is important to look at how we can train our people, further improve our work processes, together with the digitalization technology, so that you can move up the ladder and become more disciplined and innovative and deliver the strategic results from your energy efficiency. So with that, I'll move into the key content of my presentation. First one is how digitalization could help improve the visibility and energy efficiency culture of an organization. Second is when we talk about reliable and single source of truth in energy efficiency, how does that help an organization actually? And third, how could we utilize digitalization to ensure that there's always a focus on action? Last but not least, a very key element, which is the solution sustainment. So whenever you adopt a digitalization technology, if you can keep it constantly robust and representative, then you can capture the maximum value out of it. So all of these are actually real sharings, real cases from our clients. Firstly, when I talk to many of our clients, the response about digitalization of energy efficiency, the responses I receive from the clients are, when they push back, is usually, our plant is very simple, so we're okay with the way we're doing it. Or we have a lot of limitations or in terms of safety and reliability, so there's not much to optimize. But what I wanted to highlight with this case study shared from one of our clients is that digitalization indeed helps to transform the data into useful information instantaneously. And this actually creates visibility across the organization and therefore gives the operators confidence to act and also ultimately help to change their mindset and the culture within the organization. So for this client, before the energy management system is installed in their site, the operators focus a lot on safety and reliability. But after the digitalization is applied for their site, there is a strong mindset shift for the operators from cost saving, from safe and stable operation only to a balance of cost saving and safe and stable operation. The second aspect I hope to share is how you can maximize the value from digitalization in improving the energy efficiency of your organization. When we talk to our clients about how they are utilizing their energy management system, there's always one question we ask them. How many people in your organization is using the energy management and information system on a daily basis? And the trend that we observe is that the more people uses their energy management system, the better performance of the energy efficiency in the organization is. And the more profit they make, the better model they maintain for their energy efficiency, for their energy and utility system. So the importance over here is that when you apply digitalization to energy efficiency, you should create it in such a way that many departments could be using the same system to work together, to collaborate, be it your operations and your technical, or be it your energy improvement team and your environmental HSE team. So if all these departments can work together, then there will be a much increased collaboration and therefore a much increased energy efficiency for your organization. So the graphic shown on the screen is actually from one of our clients from an integrated petrochemical complex in Europe, and they're using our EMS system to perform many things. So they use it to perform energy real-time optimization, use it to track all their energy KPIs, and also their key reports, and so on. And the single source of truth doesn't stop within a single plant. So what we have seen from, this is a very interesting application of digitalization in energy efficiency, is that for this client, they actually have 2 plants operating in 2 separate areas. The utility system is not connected, the energy stream is not connected. What's in common is that both sites produce a couple of common products. But for both sides, energy cost is one of the highest operating costs of their plants. So what these plants indeed do is they created an integrated model of their energy system so that they will be able to use it to optimize the production scheduling to determine which plant should be producing which products so that the overall energy cost of the operation will be saved. And then on a daily basis, they will then use their individual model to optimize the energy cost. Next, I want to talk about the point around always focus on action. So when KBC talk to our clients, what we commonly observe is that clients, they do monitor their energy efficiency. Everybody does that. But the way they monitor their energy efficiency varies very differently from plant to plant. So what we observed very commonly is that every company tracks a specific energy consumption of their units. But many of them do it not on a real-time basis, but more like at the end of the day or end of the week. And then they plot a dot on the curve. And then they say, okay, look, we are doing well within that range. And our energy efficiency is, we're not really wasting much energy because that's how we always do it. And that's fine. This approach is important because it confirms that you're doing what you can and within the operating norms. But what it doesn't tell you is how can that curve, how can that line shift downwards? And what actions can be taken by the operators? And also, it doesn't allow you to take action in real time. So what, in KBC's perspective, a more effective way of monitoring your energy efficiency? There are really two key points. The first one is you need to always link that to a monetary value because that's what's creating impact on the operator's mind. Second, you need to always have a hierarchy of KPIs so that you always know if my higher level KPI change, what lower level KPI or operating variables can I change in order to bring the higher level KPI back on track and to actually save energy efficiency. So the example shown here is taken from one of the plants in Singapore where we implemented a hierarchical energy KPI and energy influencing variable real-time monitoring solution. And the result shown from this side is that before they implement energy efficiency, EMIS, they have a gap in terms of lost opportunity, that's KBC's term. So basically, the dollar value that they are losing by not meeting the plant KPI is quite high. It's actually at 3,500 per minutes per hour for this site. But after they implemented the EMIS, you can see that the loss opportunity actually dropped to close to zero. And this is a direct screen capture from the EMIS system. And in order to be able to develop the hierarchical EMPI, it's not a simple task. It requires domain knowledge, and sometimes it requires process simulation or energy simulation for you to actually connect how much, if I change my tower pressure by a certain unit, by a certain amount, how does that reflect in my energy cost at my, say, the low pressure steam that I consume at my reboiler, right? So it's not a direct relationship sometimes, so it requires process simulation. And also when there is a big interaction at the system levels, when something changes on a steam, then my electricity generation may change as well. So you need an optimizer to help you achieve the overall optimization of the energy system, and thereby provide the real-time target of the energy KPIs. Last but not least, I wanted to touch upon the digital solution sustainment. This is a very important consideration when any plant, any facility wish to use digitalization to improve energy efficiency, because the longer you can keep your model representative, the more accurate your model is reflecting your actual operation, the more benefit you can get from your EMIS or your digitalized energy management system. So this involves a regular review of the KPIs to make sure that that's representative, defining of the RASKI chart, which is who takes action, who does the feedback if the KPI target cannot be met, and who make the change to the system, and who will receive the result and review the result. So all of these are important to be defined in order for your digitalization system to work. And also the ease to maintain the model, and how what leverage do you have to maintain your model, whether it's technical support from your vendors, or whether it's machine learning support to constantly update and maintain the model. So that's very important to have in place. And last but not least is regular user training. So you always need to consider train your user and train the person who maintains the system to make sure that they are capable of ensuring the system is functioning effectively. All right, so time's almost up. So a quick introduction of what we have here in KBC. So what we have is a multi-purpose, multi-functionality, single platform energy management system that covers real-time optimization, real-time energy monitoring, multi-period optimization if you have renewables or energy storages to consider, and also greenhouse gas emission accounting and reporting. So depending on who you are, what facility you have, how complex your utility system is, there's functionalities within the system that you will be able to leverage off. So if there's any interest, please, we can discuss further after this session. Thank you very much.